All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about loading to swing versus viewing the swing as the load. If you don't know who I am, my name is Patrick Jones. I'm a former hitting coach in the Baltimore Orioles organization. Now I work with hitters in the private sector in Cincinnati, Ohio. So one of the things that I'll notice from time to time, especially with younger players, I would say, is they'll load and then they'll swing. And so what ends up happening, and what I try to explain to them, and here's a good way to think of it, if you were getting ready to throw a punch, you wouldn't load all the way back, stop, and then throw the punch. It would be continuous. It would be a continuous movement because that's going to be efficient. That's going to be more effective. What's the same thing with hitting? A load shouldn't be where we're here, we move all of our hands back, and we get all our weight in our back leg, and then we go forward. Because in essence, we just loaded, now we're static and in the same exact position as we were starting, except we're just further back, and now we're going forward. Versus what I tell players at times is view the swing as the load. And so what I mean by that is if I were to get in the box right here and someone told me to just swing, I would naturally just go back with my hands without even having to think about it. I wouldn't even have to think about it. I would just naturally go back. And so what sometimes I'll do with these players who have always been taught to load and then swing is I'll just tell them like, hey, we're not loading, we're not doing anything. Get in your regular stance, and all I want you to do is swing. So regular stance, nice and athletic, and then I'll flip them a ball and tell them to swing. And so it just look just very simple like this. We're just right here. Now I'll tell them to swing, and then they let it go. And I think over time what that does is it cleans up any unnecessary movement, and it allows them to be able to adjust once they do start facing better pitching. Because the issue with loading back and then going forward is a lot of times what ends up happening is A, you either get stuck back here, or B, what happens more than even that is you end up jumping out way too early. So try that out if you have the issue of loading and then swinging. Just view the swing itself as the load, and I think that'll help you continue to get better as a hitter.